Hello and welcome back to Reggae Drumming DIY. This is episode 2. Today we're going to be looking at how to play one drop on the drums. In case you missed the first video, I'll leave it linked in the description. In that video, we went over how to tune the snare drum for one drop and boof bop. But today we're going to be taking a closer look at how to actually play one drop on the drums. So if you're unfamiliar with one drop, it is probably the most common reggae drumming pattern in the world. If you haven't listened to much reggae before and you think of a reggae song in your head, it's probably a one drop song. The one drop was popularized after ska, and Carlton Barrett was the first one to really put the style on the map. So this video will be useful to anyone who's a student of drumming who wants to learn a little bit of reggae, or if you're looking to do a reggae gig and you really just need to learn like the essentials. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to start with the cross stick on the snare. So I think one of the biggest secrets for the cross stick is to have it located in the right part of the snare, and you want to look for the right sound because there's a sweet spot on the stick. Normally I would say make sure the back end of the stick is off the snare, because generally you get a thicker sound out of it, but because my snare is so small, I'm going to be using it on this end. So just experiment with the sound and you'll see the further down the stick you go, the chunkier of a sound you get. So there I demonstrated sort of the two polar opposites, but you really want to find that sound in between. Some people even will put marks on their sticks just to know exactly where the sweet spot is. Once you found the sweet spot, we're going to add the kick drum with the cross stick. This is really important. This will probably be the hardest part for some people to learn, just because it's so foreign compared to other types of music. No other music type really utilizes a cross stick and a kick drum at the same time. So just work on syncing those up and getting it really tight. Once you feel like you have that down, we could start adding in the hi-hat. Since reggae usually takes place in common time, what you could do is count 1 through 4 on the hi-hat and just keep repeating that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the third beat of each cycle, you're going to want to do the cross stick and the kick drum. Reggae emphasizes the third beat of the measure. Once you start adding the hi-hat, just really focus on syncing it with the snare and the kick drum. Once you feel comfortable playing one drop with quarter notes on the hi-hat, you could start to add different variations and a bit more flavor with the hi-hat and the snare and the kick drum. I'll show you a few examples. So there you could see I was playing the hi-hat in groupings of 3. I was also adding a few extra rim clicks or cross stick hits and mixing in the kick drum on different beats. There, I was pretty much just playing eighth notes on the hi-hat. So take the quarter notes and basically double it, adding more subdivisions. You could also mess around with accenting on the hi-hat, adding in more snare hits like closer to the rim to get like a rim shot sound, and just mixing in the kick drum. This next one might be my favorite hi-hat pattern to play with one drop. To be honest, I'm not really sure what to call that one. It's just really focused on accenting and using your wrist a lot. So now you're more familiar with the basics of playing one drop. We went over the cross stick, adding in the kick drum, the hi-hats, and putting it all together and sort of experimenting with different variations to see what works for you. In the description, I'll leave a few one-drop songs, links to one-drop songs that I think will be really helpful for people just starting out that really focus on the quarter note feel. Also, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below with any advice for me or for other people with reggae drumming. Check out my Twitter too for reggae drumming related content. Thanks for watching episode 2. I'll see you guys later.